Logan Paul finally responded to the 3-part series that CoffeeZilla did on him and his CryptoZoo project, and to say that it was bad would be an understatement. Paul uploaded an 8-minute video and in it pointed fingers, stating that he generally respects CoffeeZilla's work, but that this time he got it wrong, which has been the response of every single person that Coffee has made a video on. And then Logan proceeded to accuse Zilla of only doing all of this for clicks. Within the first opening 10 seconds of the video, it was clear that Logan planned on taking no accountability and immediately lead with him accusing CoffeeZilla of doing everything for views, completely ignoring the fact that this was a 2-year investigation. The whole "you're only using my name for clout" is an old classic that pretty much gets used by people like Paul all the time. I do not know why they use that excuse, but I can only assume that it is because they do everything for views. They just assume that everyone else does everything for views as well. The entire opening of Logan Paul's response was basically just saying that I used to love CoffeeZilla's work, but now that he has decided to come after me and expose me, I am going to call him a drama channel. So the first point that Paul tries to make is that Zach Kelling, the person who took all of the source code because Logan did not pay him, is a criminal who spent time in jail. This was an extremely strange point because, first of all, Logan hired him, so all of that is on him, and secondly, not a single person thinks that anyone involved in CryptoZoo is a good person, so you pointing out their bad past adds nothing to the story. We already knew that everyone involved was terrible people only in it for themselves. Pretty much all he said here was that the guy that he hired to scam his audience is a bad guy. I am not sure how that takes the conversation forward. Paul also harped on the fact that CoffeeZilla did not do any research on Zach, because if he did, he would have known that Zach lied about burning through $50,000 a month, and that he never had 30 employees, but rather just 3. Once again, all of this reflects poorly on Paul and not CoffeeZilla, because he is the one who should have investigated that before making the hiring. You accuse Coffee of not investigating, but why did you not investigate him before hiring him? Your own lack of research caused people to lose millions. Also, once again, CoffeeZilla never claimed that Zach was a good person, so I fail to see what the point is here. Then Logan went after Eddie Ibanez and said that he relied on him to do all the hiring for the project, but it turns out that he is a bad actor too, which once again should be pointed out that Paul hired Eddie to begin with. It is crazy to think that everyone that Logan hired turned out to be terrible scammers. Make you wonder why he chose to surround himself with these people to begin with. Paul then went after one of the people that CoffeeZilla interviewed called Emilio and pointed out that he himself has been responsible for multiple rug pulls in the past. Once again, of course he was. That is what Crypto Bros does. There are 2 types of people who invest in rug pulls: those who scam and those who try to scam because they think they are smart and lose everything. Him being involved in a rug pull before does not absolve you from the rug pull that you tried to do. Is it okay for you to rug pull from the guy who was also involved in a rug pull? Again, we all knew this. Rug pulling is what crypto people do, so no one is even slightly surprised. Paul then tried to do a gotcha by pointing out that the crypto eggs can actually hatch, which once again is not the gotcha that he thought it was. The pointing out that the eggs in your rug pull can actually hatch does nothing to absolve you from the actual rug pull. So up until this point, Logan Paul has pretty much just said the following: the guys I hired are criminals, the guys I scammed are also scammers, and with that, let's start with the threats. Then Logan Paul made what I thought was the strangest point yet. He stated that he and his assistant made no money on the project, which once again does not mean anything because the intent was there. Conspiracy to commit also holds a strong punishment, and in your leaked text messages your intent was extremely clear. To sum it up, you conspired to take your audience's money, but other people beat you to it. Logan Paul kept trying to make the point that he has never made any money on CryptoZoo, but that does not matter because you tried to make money. If you and 3 of your friends try to rob a house and the other robbers escape with all of the money leaving you with nothing, you will still go to jail for trying to rob. You cannot then just tell the judge, well, Your Honor, I did not make any money from the house robbery because other more experienced robbers made way with all of the money before I could get my cut. Your intent was clear, so you are still guilty. Paul also tried to make the point that the project failed because unfortunately it is riddled with bad people, which once again we all know. You are one of those people who tried to infiltrate the space to make money. Paul also claimed that CryptoZoo is still not dead yet and that he was not done with the project. This does seem like a bad idea and most likely also a false statement from Logan. It is extremely unlikely that he is going to push more money into this project in order to try to save it if there is no way for him to make money going forward. Logan Paul then switched up and stated that he was going to sue CoffeeZilla, maintaining that he was innocent, and that CoffeeZilla's evidence was false. While claiming all of that, he also used CoffeeZilla's investigation to try and prove his innocence while ignoring the main focus, his own role in this whole project. Throughout this entire response, he refused to take any accountability, and not once did he take any ownership for his involvement. The whole video was just finger pointing and no self-reflection at all. You hired these people, you conspired with these people, and now you are just trying to completely claim ignorance. The aftermath of this whole situation has also been interesting to see, and it does seem like Logan Paul is back at it again, trying to engage with the CryptoZoo community. CoffeeZilla on Twitter did respond to some of this by stating that during Logan Paul's response he did not apologize once, ignored the victims, and took no accountability. He also stated that he would respond further to Logan Paul at a later stage, after Paul made the claim that Zilla never tried to reach out to him until recently. He also responded to those claims by stating, "It was only after not getting a response from him that I began calling his manager Jeff for answers about the CryptoZoo developers, and got comically stupid responses." CoffeeZilla further rejected the claim that he did not reach out to Logan Paul personally, stating that he did reach out over a year ago, to which Logan responded that he does not read every DM, to which Zilla responded by stating that he understand, which is why he reached out to Logan's manager. On top of that, CoffeeZilla called out Logan Paul for trying to sue him and then also invited him on his podcast. Personally, if I was CoffeeZilla, I would not accept that invite. If it is not on your channel, do not go there, especially if he is going to sue you. Walking into his set is going to be nothing but a complete circus and is not worth it. Furthermore, it is clear that this entire situation is still far from over and that we will receive many more back and forth videos. Until then, we will just have to wait for the next response.